In Week 10, Texas scored a thrilling overtime victory over Kansas State, winning by the score of 33-30. As always, there are positives and negatives to every game, and this particular matchup was no exception whatsoever. The three positives, we start off number one, the defense. The defense on Saturday forced 2 turnovers against Kansas State, a fumble recovery, and an interception. They also held Kansas State to 2 of 13 on third down, which is exactly where you want your opponents to be, and incredibly held the Wildcats to 30 yards rushing on the day. I've said it several times throughout this season. Anytime you hold your opponent to 30 yards of rushing for the game, you are doing something right, and I don't care who that opponent is. So overall, the defense played a very strong game, getting good pressure on the quarterback for the majority of this matchup, and of course coming up with the game-winning stop on fourth down in overtime. Number 2, the running game. The running game for Texas was outstanding in Week 10. Texas churned out 230 yards on the ground. Jonathan Brooks accounting for 112 yards of that with a touchdown, and C.J. Baxter contributing 90 yards of rushing off 10 carries, also getting a touchdown. So Texas's running game, as it has for the majority of the entire season, looks great. They have got 2 very credible threats in the backfield with Brooks and Baxter, and you just can't say enough about the Texas running game. Number 3, Adonai Mitchell. Adonai Mitchell may be the best transfer portal pickup of the season for any team in college football. On the day against K-State, he had 8 receptions for 149 yards and 1 touchdown. I have not seen as reliable and talented a receiver in a long time, and you gotta give Sark and staff a lot of credit for getting Adonai Mitchell through the portal. Now, as good as those positives are, there's also some areas for improvement. The first one is Malik Murphy, and I'm not going to hit this too hard because, again, this is this gentleman's second start of all time. Malik looked very good early in the game, and then throughout the game, he tended to kind of drift away. And I think Sark said this best in the post-game press conference. He wanted to remind Malik that he didn't have to be Superman every play, that it's okay to throw the ball away from time to time, even take the sack if you need to. So the 2 interceptions on the day for Malik, something to be concerned about, but not something to be worried about. That can be corrected through repetition and through experience. Overall, I'm very pleased with Malik Murphy. I think he's going to be an excellent, excellent quarterback. He just needs more seasoning and more experience. The second area for improvement, and this is something Texas needs to focus on intensely this week, third down efficiency. Texas was horrendous on offense on third downs against K-State, only going 2 of 15. There just has to be better performance on third down as we progress through the remainder of the season. And I know some of that is getting into more third and manageable slots, but that third down performance just has to improve. Last but certainly not least, turnovers. Texas, 3 turnovers on the day. It really doesn't matter who you play in college football. If you turn over the ball 3 times in a game or more, it is extremely hard to win. Texas managed to pull out this game in overtime. It would not have gone to overtime had those turnovers not occurred. So the Longhorns have to figure out a way to take better care of the ball. The good news is majority of that is going to be taken care of through coaching. Now, as always, these lessons from Week 10 will certainly be applied in Week 11. Texas on the road in Fort Worth, taking on TCU at 6:30 p.m. Central. So you know these issues are going to be addressed in practice this week. Now, overall, I think Texas is in very good shape. I think they're in really good shape for the remainder of the season because all of the issues I mentioned are easily fixable. They are addressable. And the positives that I've mentioned can be built on and improved upon in the coming weeks. This may have been an ugly win against K-State, but a win is a win, and the lessons we can take from this game can be applied in practice this week as we get ready for TCU on Saturday night. This is Kevin in Texas saying God bless you. I will see you very soon to talk more about Texas versus TCU. Hook 'em horns, and I'll talk to you later.